Hey foodies, and welcome into another video. I'm DustFood, and today I wanted to talk about something kind of interesting that happened to me recently while I was playing offline. Offline, I wasn't streaming or anything like that. I was just trying to get some blood points, enjoy the event, and hopefully get some usable B-roll footage. And I did. And I had this kind of crazy back-to-back series of games that really opened my eyes as a bit of a refresher to something that I think is very easy to forget in Dead by Daylight. And the notable thing about it is that the first time out, I was completely innocent of what I'm talking about, and the second time out, it was entirely my fault. So, I want to take accountability for what I got wrong, and then I want to kind of lovingly show what somebody else maybe, didn't get so right. And I am going to be using footage from another streamer, but I want to say this up front, preface this. Do not send any hate, any targeted harassment, anything along those lines to this person's stream. I watched a little bit more of what they were doing. They seem like wonderful people. I do not have the slightest issue with them. It's okay to get a little suspicious of other players. They didn't do anything wrong here. So I want to make it perfectly clear that this is not one of those call out videos where we're talking about a salty streamer and we're saying, look at this baby playing the game. Look at how angry they get. This is not that. And that's why I feel comfortable not blurring their face, because if anything, you should go give this person a follow. This person, again, I can't stress enough, guys, be positive. If we do videos like this in the future, I'm going to have to start blurring the face if people can't behave. So this person did nothing wrong. Okay, all of that out of the way, right? Big old disclaimer. If you missed it, shame on you. Do not be mean to this person. That is not what we do here. So I was in a game against two TTVs, and I'll go in and tell you, when I go up against TTVs, I do start recording more often than not, because TTVs can give you really good reactions. And what I ended up taking out of this was the benefit of doubt and its importance in Dead by Daylight. So I think we can all relate to times where you're playing the game and, especially in this time of subtle cheating, you start to wonder, are they running a little too fast? Are their weapon cooldowns a little too quick? How are they seeing me through this bush? Things like that. And it's very easy to start to feel like everyone you face is in some way cheating. And look, there's definitely a cheater problem. I plan to make a video about it, but I do think it's important to assume the best rather than assume the worst. And if you don't want to assume the best, at least assume something benign. So this is where we're going to get into the gameplay here and try to actually show what I'm talking about, because I can talk about it all day, or I can just show you what I'm talking about. So here we are loading in. I was playing Nemesis. I think it's a pretty well-known thing at this point that if I'm not playing Clown, I do enjoy playing Nemesis. I would say Nemesis and Bubba are kind of my 2 and 3 in terms of killers. Maybe Twins at 4. I'm one of the few Twins players out there. But I actually get a really fortuitous start here. So I go back here, and boom, all of a sudden I see not 1, not 2, but actually 3 of them. And obviously, as far as starts go, that's about as good as that can be. That's going all right for me. And look, I'm gonna go in and call this out ahead of time. I have some bad misses here, so please do be gentle on me. But look at that, the benefit of Marvin's Blood. We're already to tier 2. This Claudette makes a couple of mistakes here with the looping, but it's fine. Nemesis is actually pretty hard to loop. He's kind of scary. And I do want to go, I want to point out one reason that I knew to check that generator, or that I chose to check that generator, was because Corrupt Intervention had put so many of them so far away. So here we are getting a great start. This is not super relevant, right? I didn't put this out here to just flex on you my Nemesis game, right? I didn't just put this out there to say, look, I had a good Nemesis game. Isn't that fun? I put this out there to talk about specific instances where it was implied that maybe things were not on the up and up. So let's jump to one of those.
How? Guys, I'm so sorry. I have to be here.
Well,
I forgot how to loop.
same.
What's looping? Is that a thing anymore?
I don't
Are
remember
we
this
still
game.
able to do that?
You get to wiggle.
This guy's got BBQ, right? Like it's almost foregone conclusion.
How did he know I was there? Okay.
Correct me.
They have quite a few times that they think I might be possibly stream sniping them. What I want to do is I want to go through these and I want to offer my side of it and show what it looks like from the killer's perspective. So, if we jump ahead to here, we have I am chasing Michaela. I miss a pretty bad tentacle there. That was pretty bad. I looked down. So I see Claudette run away, right? That's important for later. Keep that in mind. That's important for later. I see her run away. I go on, I hook the Michaela, and then I'm like, okay, cool. So barbecue shows me where one of them is. I'm going to assume she's still here, and boom, I see her head. It's as simple as that. The missed tentacle, we don't talk about that. So, yeah, I mean, bingo, bango, bongo, that one's pretty straightforward. I saw her head. And again, you look at it from her perspective and you say, oh, that's a pretty good hiding spot. But in reality, it just didn't work out. I saw her head. So let's move on to the next one, which was also Claudette.
I thought 3 times to knock you. I thought he hit me once. I mean, twice.
Oh, I don't know.
With the tentacle, if you're already blue, then he can hit you twice.
Oh, I skipped a skill check or I missed it. All right, we better get out of here. Just saying.
I think he's coming to you.
Yeah.
Think?
He might, you know.
Leave me alone, you stupid whore.
How does he know? I don't understand. Oh my god.
Me
Like,
too.
this is 2 times now that I've been hiding and he's found me.
I would like to know how he saw me, you know.
That was happening to
I have a lot of questions on how he saw me.
wall
Barbecue,
hacks.
probably.
One more time.
Barbecue.
Oh. Well, he looked at me, and he looked like he couldn't see me, so he turned away. And then once he turned away, then he turned right around. It was
He's
very weird.
hacking.
He's on me.
So we have this moment where I hook Steve, not Steve, I'm sorry, Felix. I hook Felix. Steve was not in this game. I hook Felix, and as you can see, I see on barbecue that they're all in that area. I know that they're in that area, right? I got the notification that they unhooked. I see the scratch marks, and boom, there's Claudette. So again, is it stream sniping? No, it's just picking up on little things left behind to find you. And also, as somebody who plays mostly Survivor these days, it's pretty easy to guess, unless it's against a really good Survivor, which I'm not trying to be mean and say they're not really good. I'm not really good, but you know, some Survivors are kind of nutty. Some Survivors are pretty crazy with their stealth. And you know, that's okay too. So it's not a problem if you're not just absolutely cracked at the game. But then of course comes the accusation of, oh, how does he keep finding me? How does he keep finding me? Yeah, that's happening to me too. So they're kind of, you see this with streaming, right? You see this with streaming. They are kind of feeding into each other's doubts about if I'm stream sniping, or their beliefs. Now this one's kind of interesting because he seems to think I have some kind of, I don't know, cheat software that like told me he was there. Even I can't really explain why I looked away and then looked at him, other than like, I guess my first pass just didn't quite pick it up. I'm not the smartest guy. It takes me a minute to process things sometimes. So there's that one. Again, a pretty straightforward one, though. The missed skill check should be all I need to justify seeing that he was there.
Oh,
Oh?
going for Jonathan. Or you.
That one was a bit saucy.
That was
Now, I do want to get out ahead of it and say that the whole, like, oh, he's hacking, I think they're joking. I don't think they're being serious with that. Now, this gets called a bit sussy here. I just walked into him. I didn't know he was there. I didn't know the Felix was there. So his claim that, oh, that was, in his words, a bit sussy, it was a bit lucky. I didn't know you were there. It worked out.
I'll work on it. I'll work on a gin.
It'll show him your location. I mean, it's up to you.
I'm trying to find a way to not reveal where I am.
So you do have that part where he's on the generator and he says, I'm trying to find a way to not reveal where I am. He's looking at the sky, he's looking at the ground. At this point, Cody is completely convinced that I'm stream sniping. And that's a little unfortunate, but I would say that in terms of trying to hide where you are, it's kind of hard to do while you're on a generator, but again, not a big deal, just kind of frustrating, you know. But again, I made the same mistake the very next game, so if you think this is all me just like, how dare they, just stay tuned. I have some crow to eat as well.
This doesn't give away my location, right?
Nah, you're good. Why are you looking at the floor?
I just have a suspicion.
He's gonna just like rise up from from hell.
Imagine if he knew exactly where you were.
Wait,
Are you kidding me?
I was about. He's just going there because that's where Patch usually spawns. I would assume.
Okay. Maybe I was wrong about my suspicion.
Yeah, so there you have, I mean, a pretty blatant, like, okay, so he thinks I'm stream sniping. He's going to hide in hatch. Not in hatch, he's going to hide in shack. And he's going to look at the floor because he thinks I know where he is off of his stream. And then I will admit, even I went to watch the playback and I cracked up at how quickly I ran into shack. But thankfully, his friend was able to correctly point out that I only went there because, generally speaking, the hatch will be in the shack, it'll be in the main building, or it's going to be somewhere totally random. So if you have two places that are kind of hot spots, those are good places to start. It wasn't there, it was in the main building for those curious, and I was able to I was able to down him, get the kill, secure the 4K, and close hatch. So anyway, all that to say, they clearly thought I was stream sniping. Does this make them bad people? No, it doesn't. Do I think they're good people? Yeah, probably. They seem really nice. But you would think that after that, I would think, okay, well, hey, that's not cool. Don't assume things about other players if you don't have concrete evidence. But then I switched over to Survivor because I had a daily to be chased by the killer as Michaela. So I go to play some Michaela, and look, I did not record this part because there were no TTVs in the lobby, and I thought the Survivor gameplay might be a little boring. I do regret this. However, as fate would have it, when I went to record Survivor gameplay as Michaela so that I could have something for this video, I got the same map. It was Midwich. So what basically happened with Midwich is I don't need a play-by-play breakdown of that one because it's more of an overview thing. So I thought I was doing it all. I did 2 gens by myself, completely solo gens. I had 5 unhooks, and I looped the trapper for a little bit, right? So I thought I was out here just completely carrying, right? I was like, wow, this is so frustrating that it feels like I'm the only one doing this, in addition to the fact that I kept booning totems, just basically for the blood points, right? So I'm out here thinking, are they even doing anything? Are they even trying? And look, don't get me wrong, I would never be the one to get to the end game and like flame anybody for it. That's just not how I do things. But to myself, I was kind of grumbling. I was complaining. I was very frustrated about it. I thought that I was the only one who was really doing anything. Because again, 2 solo gens, and then I did a gen with somebody else. So I was like, okay, that's 3 gens that I can, 2 of them all me, and 1 of them was half me. So like, how are these gens not flying? The trapper was not doing a great job of getting downs and hooks, right? So I was kind of wondering, how is this happening? And then I get to the end game screen, and wouldn't you know it, I didn't have the most points. There was a person ahead of me. I want to say they had like 31,000 or 30,000 points, whereas I had 27,000. The person right behind me, 25,000. The person below me had something a little lower, like 17 or 18,000. But the point is, if we're going off of blood points, they were clearly doing something. They were clearly helping the team. And here I was, entitled, thinking, oh, I'm carrying this team. I'm the only one doing this. And it was really a slice of humble pie in a lot of ways. And it made me want to make a video on this with the basic message being, when you think that maybe the killer or the survivor, you know, they're stream sniping, they're cheating, they're doing something uncool, or maybe you think, hey, my teammates are garbage, they're not doing anything. Consider that you're not seeing the full picture. Consider that there may be more to it than you're seeing, and you know, I feel like that's important to remember, because again, as I mentioned in my video on hypocrisy in DBD, it really does feel like the two sides of this game are kind of programmed to hate each other, and that's very unfortunate. So this is just my call to say, hey, maybe consider that everything's actually it's on the up and up, and there's nothing to be upset about. As I've said a million times over, DBD is a very silly game. Don't take it too seriously. Just have fun with it. And you know, I wish I could tell those teammates, hey, I'm sorry I judged you. You were clearly playing very well. And then, you know, to these streamers I face, I wasn't stream sniping them. I hope that maybe they see this and they say, oh, look at that, he wasn't stream sniping us. However, at the end of the day, again, I guess because this is the internet and people have a habit of getting carried away, I'm going to once again reinforce, do not send hate. Do not be aggressive. They did nothing wrong. Look, they got a little salty at a video game. They did not say anything that crossed the line. You may think I'm belaboring the point, but guys, if you do this, I do not want you as part of my community. This is not how we behave. We are kind, we are loving, we treat people right. So, all of that to say, thank you so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I will try to have more content out soon. I realized that I went a whole weekend without uploading anything, and I do apologize for that, but hey, we're going to try to get back on the horse. Thank you so much for all of your love and support, and until next time, I've been Dust Food. Bye, friends.